What's going on, Libra? It's your girl D here with your December 2022 astrology reading. Yes, it's a black reading, blackout. I hope all is well with everybody. And I want to thank you for coming to check out the channel. Make sure you subscribe, all right? Hit your girl up. Make sure you go to the community tab and look at the list of the planetary alignments that we have switching up this month. I usually list that for you guys in the community tab at the beginning of the month. That way you can pay attention to what's going on in your chart based on, the activities that are going on for the month. Not that things are limited to, oh, it's only going to happen in this month, but just some of the energies that are going to be shifting and some examples of what you may see as a result of these planets moving from one house to another, or whether they're going retrograde or whether they're going direct. Okay, there's a lot of activity going on in December, so let's just hop right in. I'm going to tell you the changes that are going on as far as the planetary alignments and the dates, and then I'm going to tell you, based on those changes, what I am picking up for the collective, right, intuitively. Now, on December 3rd, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. All right, for you, Pisces is your sixth house. All right, and then the next thing that goes down is on the 6th of December, Mercury moves into Capricorn. On the 7th, we have a full moon in Gemini. On the 9th, Venus moves into Capricorn. On the 20th, Jupiter moves back into Aries. We'll talk about that. And then on the 21st, the sun goes into Capricorn, making it officially Capricorn season. So right now, it is Sag season. So make sure you shout out your favorite Sages. Make sure you pay attention to where Sag is in your chart and what other planets are there. We're going to get into that in a second because you got 3 planets in your Sag house, which is your 3rd house. Okay. And those 3 planets are all going to be leaving your Sag house and moving into your 4th house this month. Like I said, we got a lot of changes going on. So we also have on the 23rd, we have a full moon in Capricorn. We're going to go back to the Capricorn house in a minute, but we also have on the 23rd, Chiron going direct in Aries. That's your 7th house. So let's get right into it and talk about where all this major energy that we got going on here in your Capricorn house. Right now, some of that energy is in your 3rd house. So you got Mercury, Venus, and the Sun in your house of Sagittarius, your 3rd house, okay? That energy is there right now. So your 3rd house has to do with your environment, your local surroundings, your local travel, just, what you do every day to travel back and forth, to communicate, also communication. This has to do with, if we're talking about your childhood, this has to do with, where you grew up, your childhood environment. Did you grow up in a city? Did you grow up in the suburbs? Did you live in a house? Did you live in a condo? Did you live on a boat? The 3rd house also is about your lifestyle choices, right? So, how you choose to live your life. So are you someone who works out? Are you a vegan? Do you date the same sex? Lifestyle choices. So with Mercury, Venus, and the Sun here, I feel like with Mercury, you're definitely pondering over the things that are important to you. With the Sun energy, it's all about you, what's important to you. Excuse me. And I feel like what you're doing is some of you just could be out there meeting people. Like you're deciding, you know what, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start meeting people, connecting with people, things like that. So I feel like some of you may be interested in doing that. So you may be meeting people. If you do decide to go out and go to holiday parties and things like that, that'll be a good way for you to meet people, right? I feel like some of you want to do that because maybe, you may want to meet new friends. You may want, you may enjoy this time of the year. For some of you, you may have people over at your house for the holidays, okay, family members and friends, or you may go over to families and, prepare for the holidays. I feel like that might be something that's important for you, like especially family members that live close to you or near you. But I feel like you'll be going to each other's houses. Some family members go to other family members' houses to cook and things like that. Like, I feel like that could be going on. There's some family traditions that involve you going back and forth to your house and their house. Somebody may find out about pregnancy, so congratulations. It could be a family member who's pregnant. Okay, there could be somebody who maybe, hey, are you pregnant? Are you having a baby? Or they could just be talking to you. Maybe they haven't seen you in a while, or you haven't seen this family member in a while, and you guys are talking about the baby. This could also be about a mother who's getting back out there dating again. That could be the case. Some of you could actually be considering moving or relocating. I get that a little bit too. Or buying a house, or, renting from someone, or it could be a family house. Maybe people are going to... Ooh, hold on. A tickle in my throat. All right, so what was I about to say before that came? Somebody renting from their mother, or doing a buy to own from their mother or from a family member. But this could also just be somebody, I get a lot of people, and I said this in some of the readings, a lot of people are going to the military. I just feel the energy of the military trying to draft, a lot of people considering it, thinking it, other people who are already in it, being deployed or being, given orders to show up certain places by certain times. I feel like, especially with Mars and Gemini in your 9th house. Yeah, and then you have your 3rd house, which is Sag. Some of you could be going overseas, or considering going overseas, or maybe if you file paperwork for a visa or something like that, it could be delayed. Or if you're in the military, you may be deployed after January. Or if you have family members who are being deployed, they may leave after the holidays. Yeah, because somebody's going to a new environment. They're going to some place where there's a lot of rules and regulations with Pluto and Capricorn. So I do feel like, this could be military. Or it could be college. Somebody could be going to college. You may have children going to college, going to live in dorms, moving in. Could have children coming home, okay, also from school, for the holidays. That's clearly obvious, but I do see that here for sure. Yeah, some of you may have children who are in college coming home for the holidays. Or you have children who live in the neighborhood and they're going to come over. They may live locally and they're going to come by for the holidays. Or you're going to cook or something like that. Or maybe you're going to a family member's house. Cousins, I'm getting cousins, aunties, nieces, nephews. This is beautiful energy. I like it. I like it, Libra. So maybe you're doing something with the family. And it doesn't have to be for the holidays, because maybe you don't celebrate the holidays, but maybe you and your family are getting together and doing your own thing. Maybe it's not a traditional holiday type of thing, but it's your own little thing. But it's all good. I like it. Do you, baby. Now, your 5th house. This is where Saturn and Aquarius is. So I feel like this is no children. No children involved. This is like an adult party. Somebody could be getting ready to throw an adult party where there's no children. Or you got to find a babysitter. Somebody might have been invited to a party and they need a babysitter. That could be the case here. But somebody, I don't know if it's just, somebody's being good. They're trying to be good with whatever it is that they're doing or whatever they're indulging in. I don't know if somebody's getting some unwanted attention that they don't like. Yeah, it could be an older... Some of y'all may have an older man or a woman hitting on you, trying to talk to you. And you looking at them like, look, I'm not... I don't know if you just being nice or what. Or this could be you. Maybe you're a more mature person and you looking at somebody who's a little bit younger than you. Somebody who may possibly, yeah, they could be a little younger than you. And I don't know, maybe, this is just something that's just fun for you. You're not trying to get serious. I just get an energy of somebody not trying to get serious with anybody, just wanting to have fun. Look, your sixth house. Let's see, Libra. What's going on with your sixth house? This is your house of your routines, your patterns. It's also the house of your health, taking care of your physical health. This is the house of your intestinal fortitude, your discipline, your pets, things like that. So I don't know. There could be something that you may not have seen. Oh, I don't like that energy. I feel like somebody may be finding some type of lump. Or, there could be some issues with the breast, enlarged breasts, enlarged prostate. Maybe this is something that, is just revealing itself. There could be, so just get yourself checked out if you feel something weird going on, okay? That's for some of you. I just feel like somebody taking too much, whatever it is that they take to enhance sexual enhancement. Somebody taking too much. Also, I feel the energy of somebody looking in the mirror like, damn, yo, I need to, slim down. Somebody maybe they don't feel heavy. You may be walking around and you don't feel heavy, but you may walk past the mirror and you're like, damn, I look, because you don't, because you could carry it. You don't feel it. You know what I mean? It's not pulling on you. But if you look in the mirror, maybe you're like, yo, I need to slim down some. I feel like somebody could be, dealing with something like that, or realizing that they've been indulging, overindulging, maybe overeating, and they've been keeping it to themselves. Like they haven't been telling anybody. They've been doing it on the low. But, when this person takes off their clothes or they come out, you could tell the difference. You could see the difference. Maybe you just overindulging because it's that time of the year, okay? And maybe, this is what the year of, that home cooked food. So maybe, you're overindulging in that. Family members cooking and stuff. So, that could be it. But be careful about overindulging. Somebody smokes a lot of weed. Or they drink a lot of alcohol. Okay. I think you need to tap into your Virgo energy and put the brakes on. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but it's showing up here like this. Like, this is something that you have a problem with. This could be a situation here where... There could be certain relationships that you, like for a woman, for example, if you constantly smoke, and there are some men who don't rock with that. And so maybe if you're somebody who's really wondering, what do I need to do? Or, I'm willing to change if I was in, to be in the right relationship. For some of you, you may want to consider not, telling your partner that you smoke weed. It could be cigarettes too, but it could be alcohol as well. But I do feel like somebody is not seeing the fact that they are overindulging. Some people think that smoking weed every day is not overindulging, when in reality it is, because it's not moderation. It's every day. Now, there's nothing wrong with smoking weed. Not to me anyway. But smoking it every day, that's to the point where it's like you're doing it every day. It's showing up in your sixth house. So this is part of your routine. Right? Your routines and patterns. Also, for some of you, doing rituals would be a good time right now. So with this full moon coming up on the 7th, some of you may want to tap into that energy. Well, the new moon is coming up on the 23rd. So you may want to tap into the new moon energy in reference to manifestation. If you want to get rid of something, you can tap into that full moon energy up that's coming on the 7th. The full moon in Gemini. But some of you may have been doing some rituals, and maybe you're going to find out if those rituals worked. or some of you could be switching up your rituals, especially any type of spiritual work that you do. You're gonna find out if it's coming. I feel like some of you have some good luck coming, whatever type of spell work you did in reference to, excuse me, let me rephrase, or let me just X that out, what I was about to say. Some of you, meditation will allow you to tap in and allow you to manifest whatever it is that you want. That's what I wanted to say. But you have to meditate, you got to tap in. All right, your seventh house of partnerships here. Jupiter's coming back in here on the 20th, and you got Chiron in retrograde. Chiron is going direct on the 23rd. So two planetary bodies in one house changing up in this month. So your seventh house and your fourth house, okay, are going to be lit. So this is your personal feelings and emotions, sextiling your relationships. So this is positive energy here. Jupiter's always about good luck, good fortune, but it could also be about excess. Chiron is in retrograde here, meaning that your relationships are always a pain in the ass for you. Like Chiron is what is the pain in the ass in my life? What's the bane of my existence? Right? So for some people, you have Chiron in a certain place. Well, right now Chiron is in Aries and it's in your seventh house. So the house is the area of life where this bane of your existence is. And so I feel like, with Chiron in retrograde, it's just the fact of accepting, you know what? I have to be careful with relationships. I jump in too quickly. I've been in some tumultuous ones. And, I've always, the problems in my life have always been based on my relationships, right? Or my friendships, the type of people or if it's about my relationships and my friendships, if I see that all my relationships are hell, then it has to be about me and balancing the scales, learning to not people please and to put my foot down and knowing when people are, playing with me versus they're sincere, and knowing when to give my, my goods to people, knowing not to give it to them prior to them earning it. So I feel like there's, a lot going on here with you evaluating, the way you, the relationships you saw growing up as a child versus what, and what you saw going on with the members in your family versus what you're experiencing. Excuse me. So yeah, with Chiron there, that's just looking at, okay, yeah, because with the Aries energy, you're jumping in too quick into relationships. So with Jupiter coming here, Jupiter's going to be able to give you some help. But you also got to be careful not to overindulge with Jupiter, okay? Because Jupiter could be all about, overindulgences and being greedy. Your eighth house, this is where the North Node in Taurus is. And also where Uranus in retrograde is. Now, your second house is where the Scorpio South Node is, and that's the collective North Node and South Node, by the way. It doesn't have to be your personal North Node and South Node. But if you're on this channel like that, you should know that, right? So the collective's North Node and South Node, the axis for you is the second house is where Scorpio is, and the eighth house is where Taurus is. Now, the second house has to do with your emotions and feelings. You don't have anything there but the South Node. However, the opposite of that is the North Node, where this is comfortability. You getting too comfortable in a connection is your downfall in relationships, or you allow people to get too comfortable with you, where they're comfortable with disrespecting you, or you get too comfortable and complacent where you get used to someone and you may stay in a connection too long. So this is what I'm getting here as far as what the planetary alignments may have you thinking about. So with Uranus in retrograde in the house of Taurus, this is energy of you rebelling against staying in a connection because you've known this person so long, or because, well, I got my kids by him, so I might as well continue to deal with him. Yeah, he's not faithful and loyal. Well, she's been around for this long time, so and it's just not right. So I feel like some of you are rebelling against that, or you're going to. You may not have yet, but you could be thinking about it. But if you are, you may fully come out of this energy probably by the end of January, because Uranus goes direct January 22nd. So I feel like for some of you, you could just be in a position right now where you're just, really thinking about what you went through with certain connections and relationships. You're thinking about your childhood, how that shaped the connections and relationships you were in that you're now out of or trying to get out of, or wondering why you attracted them or why these relationships are the way they are. Like, I feel like that process is going on for you all. Now, for your ninth house, this is the energy of, look, you know better, now do better. You got Mars in retrograde here in Gemini. So this is all about thinking about things that have been going on but not acting on them, or thinking about a situation and realizing what's going on. I feel like this is about not acting on your sexual desires as well. Like, you know better not to. For some of you, I just get an energy of you jump into bed too quick with folk. And you get too connected as far as your energy with them prior to you really getting to know this person. And that's something that's happened before, because Chiron is there in your seventh house telling me that that's what's up. Like, there's a consistent pattern here. So, looking back at your childhood may help you, especially with the sun, Virgo, and the sun, Venus, and the moon here. Looking back at, what was important to you in your childhood, some of the things that you learned in reference to self-respect, what went on in your environment, how, you show appreciation, and how appreciation is shown to you. Could be by brothers, could be by siblings, by, brothers and sisters or cousins, other family members. But there could be something going on with a mother figure. I'm not wishing that on anybody. That could already be something that's already going on, because, we do have Pluto here, which could be, represent transformation here. But there's something going, but like I said, some of you could be having a baby, or there could be something going on with the home. Maybe some of you are going to be moving. Maybe you find something better, a house. I don't know. I think I talked about that earlier. But those are some of the things I see going on for you, Libra. Let me make sure I talked about everything. Yeah, that new moon energy in Capricorn, that's all that energy is going to be in your fourth house. So something's definitely going on with either your emotions and feelings. Like, you could be evolving as well. It may not have to be anything to do with children or a mother figure. It could just be your emotions. You're going through a transformation here, especially with Pluto here, Venus here. So with Mercury, you're going to be, thinking about the Venus. You're going to be thinking about the value, what's important to you. The people that you were around, are they value you? Are they treating you right? With the sun energy, it's like, okay, how is this affecting you? And so with the Pluto energy here, you're going to be going through a transformative energy in reference to that. And this new moon in Capricorn is going to put you in a position where, you're going to be a little bit more disciplined, with the types of relationships that you partake in. Or you're going to be more disciplined in your activity within those relationships. How much you give in, how quickly, how soon. You're not going to be so quick to acquiesce or people please. Some of you know that might be a weakness for you, because you're just trying to relate. You're just trying to be Libra. You're trying to relate to these people. So it's like, okay, if that didn't work, then we'll try something different the next day. And opposed to knowing, okay, the next day after the next day after the next day needs to end. Because it's just been a relationship full of, okay, we're going to try this the next day. Or let's try it. You know what I'm saying? That's for some of you, not for all of you. But that's what I'm getting. So some of you are just reevaluating your relationships. There could be a separation or divorce going on for some of you. It could be a second divorce or a second separation. There could be contracts also that you're signing, jumping into these contracts too quickly before really, reading things. It could be a house as well. Be careful of buying a house, jumping into buying a house or moving in with someone. Some of you could be, I don't know if you're moving back to your old neighborhood or you're leaving your old neighborhood. Or maybe you're going back home to visit for the holidays. It could be the case. All right, but yeah, that's just some of the stuff I'm seeing here. Military, I think I said military leave. Military leave, military duty, military deployment. Paperwork in reference to visas, going overseas. Those things may be put on hold till the beginning of the year. If you're trying to, somebody might be trying to purchase a vehicle. That may be on hold, or you may not find what you're looking for till maybe after the first of the year, the 12th. Money-making opportunities. Be careful of the people who are around you, okay? These so-called friends of yours. They could just be around to get money. Maybe they see you want to come up, or they're going to be pressed to come to your house, or they see your house. Now they're going to, you got to be careful who you let in your house. I feel like some of you are throwing a party, though. You're having a party and you're inviting a select few over. Yeah, it's a very select few, but you're having a get-together. Or you're going to be invited to a get-together where there's only a select few. So that's what I got for you, Libra. Just a little something I saw. Just wanted to share that with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. We're going to have some other readings coming up this month, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the other channel, which is the Many Styles of Tarot. The link for that's in the box below. Don't forget to check out the community tab. And if you need a personal, my information's in the box below also, okay? I love you guys. I wish you the best, and I will see you in the next reading. Later, Libra.